So the question is, what qualities are needed to show leadership?
I grew up in a very small town, probably a graduating class of about 12 students. There's a school south of Gillette that's got about 9 students in it. Then there's some very large schools. So every part of the state, every school district's a little bit different, which is why it is so nice to have BARR, because you're really talking about site-specific, evidence-based research that is helpful in coaching teachers and school districts about better ways to do things. It's been very effective. And I think it's because you can recognize the difference from area to area, from school to school.
Just wanted to give a little quick background on what your lesson is and what you guys are doing. This is an iTime called Conversation Dice. And so as you see, they have these really cute dice on their tables. And when they roll it, it kind of tells which question they're going to answer.
BARR is the most researched model in the country. So we did 78 schools were involved in randomized control trials, and we have 20 statistically significant impacts. The impacts are both for students as well as for staff. So in terms of students, we're going to hit all those markers that we need students to do. They're going to achieve more, higher standardized scores both in math and reading. They're going to have higher grades. They're going to graduate more. They're going to have kind of those life skills that we're talking about the ability to really continue to navigate through life.
The teachers are spending more time talking to one another and collaborating, and they're spending more time talking about students and students that are possibly struggling and ways that they can support those students.
I believe when you develop that human relationship, you tend to have better classroom management. Students perform better for you. It's been tested and tried in other settings over 2 decades. So when my teachers implement it, they know that it's worked in other places. We're not just giving them something new, something more, something additional that they have to do.
It gives you a framework to build out the culture that you want based on relationships that are healthy and positive.
The BARR program is great for both teachers and students. Teachers, I believe it brings in more collaboration. You are having more conversations about more students instead of just the select few. You get to branch out.
Every student can benefit from BARR. Because every student can benefit from BARR, every school can benefit from BARR. It is going to improve your MTSS or whatever intervention system you use, but beyond that, it's also going to help you develop better relationships with your students, and your staff will have skills and strategies. They'll have more tools in their toolbox to help kids.
I think that relationship building between teachers and students in the last couple of years has gotten lost. And with technology and all of those different kind of apps, you kind of lose that connection. And I feel like BARR helps build that connection between students and teachers and students and students.
I personally enjoy U-Time because it's just a fun way of actually knowing my classmates. I didn't really know a lot about them when I started the school year, but when I got U-Time around, I just saw their perspective on things, and I thought, wow, that's a great way to know if that's a good friend or not.
I definitely feel like iTime has helped just to teach lessons that maybe not necessarily be taught in schools that we still need to learn to help us in our daily lives as we grow up.
I really feel the students here enjoy it because it's in like a game form where it's in an activity, and then they don't get bored by just like paper pencil things.
I think it's definitely a way to understand yourself and know how you work compared to how other people also work, and I think it's cool to understand that we all have different strengths.
In education, we have all kinds of initiatives. You need to curb bullying, here's a bullying initiative. You need to change your graduation rates, there's another initiative. So I feel like we get so overwhelmed with we've got initiative, and teachers have a lot on their plate, admin has a lot on their plate, parents, students have a lot on their plate. So BARR, I feel like, really helps consolidate all of that and put it into one program to work on not only the whole student, but the all-encompassing initiatives, which I really enjoy.
The way the kids have thrived from it is tremendous. So I feel like it's something worth doing.
For a school that's on the fence, I would say I can echo that feeling. I can echo that sentiment because that was our school too a little bit. Just a little bit nervous. Is this going to be another program that we you throw it at teachers and then we don't continue it or we don't keep pushing forward with it. And that hasn't been it at all. And what I would tell those schools is trust the process and trust your coaches, because they are going to support you every step of the way and help you unroll this and to be a school that's not just a school doing BARR, but a BARR school.
The metrics are there and demonstrate the evidence that's really critical. But I think you just feel the spirit of the school and the fact that it's more of a community. And for those really precious years where you learn so much, you learn how to deal with one another, be able to take in the world, to have that kind of conversation and that kind of environment in which to explore and get support is just remarkable.